Just as going live now, we'll get a few people on my stream and then we'll crack on and start talking about BNB. Send some socials out, get a few people online and then we'll crack on. Right, that's social sorted. Now let's have a look what's going on here. Right, welcome everybody to the stream. Let me know where you're from in the Ross Norton from Yorkshire. Welcome, mate. I hope you're from Yorkshire now, or not just saying I am. Let me just get a few people in this stream, eh? There we go, so that social's done. We are on the Binance chart at the minute. So the Bitcoin Binance chart, as you can see, we are creating new all-time highs as we are. I mean, currently we've peaked up to 54,359. What an absolute moonshot this is doing. If we just drop onto the hourly, see how that's looking. Yeah, we're absolutely flying here. We are in price discovery mode. There's no ceilings on this. Everybody's buying it, and I mean, you've got to look at some fib extensions really, or some round numbers to see when see some price that we're going to get. Welcome everyone in chat. Make sure you are smashing that like button. Let me know where you're all from. Let's get a few people in and we'll start talking about some price analysis. If you do have any projects you'd like me to cover, drop them in the comments as well, and we'll see what we can find. Yeah, so Bitcoin here. I'm looking. I put a fib extension on the other day from this level here. And I did think we were going to go a lot higher. I just want to take it from this move down here. Let's just have a look at some potential levels we could go for. So this is what I was looking at the other day. 49k, and then the next one is up here at 62. I think 62k is not a million miles away now. That is a potential level that you could start to target. I know we're a fair few percentage away from that if we look at a price percentage. 13%, not a massive amount, but I do think that we can start pushing up there and get them from at some point. Should I buy it now? Is it good, worth it? What BTC? Personally, I'm not holding BTC at a minute, but we'll talk about it in a minute. I'm holding all altcoins. Next projects I want to look at. So that's my first target there on Bitcoin. 61,821. Might not make it. Depends if Ethereum does start to push on, but I think Ethereum's creating new all-time highs at the minute as well. Ethereum's absolutely smashing it, being up to 1,955. So it's a fair old chunk and a fair old move it's made. I do think that we're going to hit $2,000 very, very soon. I did say that from all the way down here. I said $2,000 looks pretty much imminent. So I do think that we're going to start to push up and hit them all-time highs very, very soon at 2k, and then we can start pushing up. I've got a massive target, mate. I think we're going to hit 5k at some point. Maybe not this year, but at some stage I think we will start pushing up and hit them there. So Adam, still Reef worth it? Reef is definitely worth it. I've topped up. I put this pendant on, this bullish pendant, and I thought we were going to pop to the upside. We've popped to the downside, but you can manipulate that a little bit and say that potentially we're still looking for a breakout on that level. So I'm bullish on Reef. We've got some massive partnerships recently. I would ignore all that FUD that's coming out of it because it's just a load of shite. It happened with Bitcoin in the early days. It happened with RSR. It happened with a lot of projects. People don't get in early, don't like it, and try and FUD the project to getting cheaper. When reality, we had that much FUD, and it's hardly moved down at all. I mean, you could say from the highs we have dropped a slight bit, but if you zoom out and have a look at how far this project has come just in a short space of time. I mean, 13th of Jan, so what's that, five weeks ago? 770% price raise there. And you think, if there's so much FUD that would be true, you think that would absolutely tank it down here, because you saw what XRP did. That absolutely, that got the SEC news. It dumped all the way down to back starting price. So things are looking good for Reef. I think, honestly, just buy it, hold it, and sell really, really high, because I think when Altseason starts pushing up soon, I think it's going to be absolutely savage. And this project, it's getting massive partnerships. It's already partnerships with Harmony One, TRX, Polkadot. It's a Binance partnership. It's not going to be getting them partnerships for no reason at all, is it? So there's something special there. if you're looking to invest, let's just bang a fib on and have a look at what you could potentially get at. We'll go from this level here. I mean, we've lost that 618 level on that move up to the highs. We have done a retracement, so if you're looking for potential buy-ins, I mean, I've just bought some at this current prices. I think it's a perfect buy, but you could also potentially fill some orders down at 3.5 cent if the market does allow. So I honestly, yeah, Lionel says there, is it worth buying Reef? Massively. I think it's massively undervalued. Even though we've done a massive pump, it's a very, very new project and it's newly listed, so I think that it's going to fly at some point. So just buy it now, ignore all the FUD, and then I think we will be good. So that's Reef. I'll jump back to Reef in a bit. Let's just want to have a look at BNB because this is absolutely savage. BNB is on a monster move. I mean, last year, look at this when I did some TA down at these levels. I was wondering if to get in at around $37, and now we've shot up to, what are we currently? You have to zoom out too far. We've peaked up to $347, which is absolutely massive. I think Reef will pump soon. I do, to be honest, mate. I think it'll pump very, very soon. Let me just do some a second. Get rid of that. Yeah, so I mean, with regards to price targets, I mean, the next target is $500. You've got to look to the round numbers. I mean, you could put some fib extensions on and go from, let's just go from the highs to the lows and see what the fib extension says. So from that high to that low there, let's have a look what the fib extensions are saying. So we've got 492, 412, you got 724 up there. I mean, there's even a fib level at $1,000, so it could get there. It really could get there. But I do believe that. I think $500 is the first major target. I'm not holding any. I'm holding bits, but not much. I've only got a little bit on Binance set with my fees. But you could say that's the first target there. If you're looking to open some potential longs, then you could potentially look at $260 for pullback. I know it's massively bullish now. You could hope potentially buy some there and then have a potential setup like this if you're looking for a potential trade on it. We could then go up and target some of these next fib level, so that could be a potential target there. See if there's a few people coming into the room. Make sure I smash that like button. We'll get a few people on the chat. Thoughts on Zilliqa? I'll have a talk about Zilliqa in a minute, mate. I've been holding Zilliqa since about 1.8 cent, so I'll add that to my list. I'll check it out in a minute. What is your target for Reef at the end of the bull run? I've not actually given a target for Reef. I think it's still a little bit early days. We've not got enough data, really. I mean, if I were picking a price target for Reef, it would just be a random number out of the air. But I've got like a first major target for me is 10 cent. Not a million miles off, but I try to be conservative. You get a lot of YouTubers out there who say, oh, Reef to $50, when in reality it's not going to get there. But I think you've just got to place some targets that you think you're happy with and then aim for them and then reevaluate at some other point. So when we do get to 10 cent, I tell you, I'll be doing another video on my YouTube and I'll be highlighting some other levels. I do think that we will break this level. Potentially in a bull run we could go plus 50 cent, but it depends how many of the tokens are released. I've not gone fully through the tokenomics yet, so I do think that the sky is the limit. I mean, there's a long way to go. If you're looking to invest, so like I say, we've got the 0.786 level there at 3.5 cents. So if you're looking to get hold of some more top up, you could get some down there. Somebody just mentioned Bake. I will look at that in a minute because that's part of the BNB ecosystem, I do believe, the BSC. So I think that's flying as well. Where can I get Reef? You can get it on Binance. If you look into the a description of this video, there is a link for Binance. Yeah, you can get Reef on Binance. So let's have a look at Bake. I'm not sure if I've done any analysis on Bake before. That's absolutely flying. Is it only against BNB? Yeah, Bake BNB. I presume yeah, that's up 35% on the BNB pair. Look at that, that's absolutely savage. I'll tell you what I'll look at as well. I'll have a look at Sparta as well. That's another Binance project that looks solid as well. So where have we shot up to on Bake? We've shot up to 1.1 cent. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, oh, that's in BNB, isn't it? I'm just going to have a look at the tokenomics. Oh, it's cake, sorry, isn't it? What am I looking at here? You say bake or cake? Oh, bake. I'll have a look at bake and then I'll have a look at fucking cake, all these foods. Bake, so it's bakery token. Tell you what, there's some crazy tokens out here these days. That's been on an absolute savage move. What's the supply on this? $2.80, but it's only my BNB pair, so I can't do major analysis. But if you're looking to buy some, we can bang a fib on. Let's take this as the start of a move down here, up to top, that top level there. We did it pretty much 11,000 BNB there. So I mean, if the market does allow and it does start coming down, I mean, it could potentially target some levels there on the 618 level, but depending what you do. I'm not. So I'll just have a look at. I will have a look at cake and then I'll have a look at Dodo. Has that got a USD pair? Yeah, it has. There we go. So cake USDT. I know this has been flying there recently. It's not got enough data there, has it? No, so we can't look at that one. What did you want me to look at, Claudia? Dodo. Is that on TradingView? Yeah, it's Dodo Binance. That's not got enough price action really either, has it? When did that get listed? 19th of Feb. So yeah, we've not got enough data to analyse that, unless it's on my other charting software. Let's have a look on here. Dodo USD, let's have a look at that chart. Yeah, we've got more data here, so we can analyse them at all. This is absolutely flying. It's been up to $7.28, is it right? Am I reading that right, Cake? 1838? No, that's wrong one, man. So what, we'll just ignore that. Alright, yeah, Dodo was released 6 hours 37 minutes ago. I can't really do any analysis on that. In reality, I really need, I don't know, a good few months of data. I can't really analyse that, to be honest. There's not enough data to analyse on that chart. So what I will look at, I'll look at VGX though. Let's have a scroll up. VGX has been flying recently. I've got it as BQX. This was the level to buy down here. Last time I did some TA, we was up at this level. I did highlight this 618 level at $3.26 to get in. And we did drop down to that 618 level. And then we've popped right back up. And we are heading up towards this weekly resistance at $5.47. So just get rid of that previous TA. If you're looking to potentially buy some and you've not bought in already, buy anything below 548. But if you're looking for a little bit lower and the market does allow, you could potentially fill some orders down at, I mean, $4.13 could be a nice area for you to target, but depends if the market does allow. Dodo's liquidity protocol. I've not actually looked at it yet. Mr. Soppy Balls. What's your target for Zilliqa? 150 Zilliqa, what do you think is good to stake? I was staking all my Zilliqa. I've unstaked them all just in case they do get a bull run. I'd rather have the option to sell them at some stage. Yeah, let's have a look at Zilliqa. Let's get rid of that TA. I'm holding it and I've got a nice bag, but I just don't want it locked up for 2 weeks and the price goes astronomical, and I want to look at taking some profits. But as you can see, we've done quite a significant rise here. We've popped up. We have done a retracement. We've rejected off this weekly level. And we are starting to retrace a bit. But I mean, you could say if you're looking to get hold of some more, the 0.5 level is usually good. If BTC does dump from these current all-time highs that it's creating, it could drag us down to 12 cent. But you have to know. Give us a target for sell for GZIL. I mean, not for GZIL, for ZIL. I'm not selling anything of my Zilliqa until we get at least 50 cent. I'm going to take some profit at 50 cent. All-time highs, I think, will be absolutely smashed. We're not even a million miles away from them, to be honest. Where are we from all-time highs now? 76%, that is absolutely nothing in crypto. So I do think that we will start to flip up here. Then we're going to price discovery, can start targeting the 30 cent, the 40 cent, the 50 cent. But I'm not taking profit until we hit at least 50 cent. And I do think this could be a multi-dollar asset at some stage. But we just need to play it out and take profits at time. As you can see, I've got a big target where I did a Zilliqa price prediction video quite recently, and $1 was my target there. So yeah, we just need to monitor price. I think the next key level though is to break a daily or a weekly candle above 15 cent. If we do break above and close above it, then we're going to start pushing up and we will start to target them all-time highs. Any idea for AVAX? I've not actually looked into Avalanche before. I was going to do some price analysis last week, but I ended up laying flooring in your house instead. Should I hold BNB? I mean, BNB, look at that. You should have been asking that question around here. But I do think there's a chance that we can start pushing up here. If you've missed the start of the video, I do think we can start dropping into 618 level and then pump up towards 500 bucks. Reef is a good buy right now. More people are talking about. Yeah, you're right there, Dan Flake. I think it's a solid buy. Reef. Look at that. We are coming to a head soon. I did have my my pendant up here, but I did a bit of manipulation to current prices, and I do think that I'm looking for a breakout. I mean, we could drop down again. You could pick some orders up at 3.5 cent. But the chances are, I think we're going to break out soon. With all the FUD, we've hardly moved down this. It is a slight decrease. People are selling, but when people are selling, everybody are buying them orders up. Look at BTC, by the way, creating new all-time highs. Currently, BTC 54,828. Absolutely massive. I have heard that Reef market cap was manipulated. No, it is false. People on Reddit just talking absolute shite. If you drop into my Telegram group, you'll find link in the description of this video. I will share a link. Let me just do it now. It's for the supply of Reef. Let me just have a look, see if I can find it on my Telegram. I think I've shared it somewhere today. Yeah, I found it. So if you drop into my Telegram, which is Crypto Troops, you might even just be able to find it. Have a look at this link. And that tells you all the supply information about Reef. Wrong one there. There we go. So that's the supply document there. If you want to check it out, go and check it out on my Telegram. Yeah, I saw that, Max. I don't understand these bloody music contests we have in crypto, and especially as somebody like Justin Sun judging it. It's a bit ridiculous, really. See, a few new people are just jumping in the chat. Make sure you are subscribed and that you smash on that like button. Get a few more people in, and then we, as you can see, Bitcoin is currently creating new all-time highs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a line on horizontal array, and we'll see where the price is by the end of this stream. We'll just keep moving that ticker up. It does look like we are going to push up towards this fib extension level here. We'll just mark that area up, so that could be the next target. I'm not going to say overnight, but it could start pushing up to 61k. We do know a lot of people, especially big institutions, are buying BTC right now. Michael Saylor keeps buying everything that gets dumped. Grayscale, there's been reports of them buying more. I'll have a look at Elrond in a minute, mate. I've seen a few people mention Elrond. I've never looked into a project before, personally. I know that's been on a massive run recently. Yeah, that's right, Raoul. Like, honestly, mate, there's no point margin trading when you're in a crypto alt season, because buy spot prices, hold them, and you'll absolutely moon. Your bags will just keep growing overnight. ETH is pumping. Let's have a look. ETH is creating new all-time highs, like I said in the beginning of the video. I do think that we're going to push up towards 2k, potentially today, it's looking like now. We've been on such a big uptrend. We've come down to test that trend line a few times. Let's get rid of this grey box now, because that is now obsolete. Get rid of that. Let's have a zoom out, see what that Fibonacci is doing there. Yeah, so that was Fibonacci extension there at 1840. That was my first target a while back. The next target really is $2,309. It's looking bloody bullish. That is just going to continue. If you are in some longs, then it could be some nice areas to take profit up here. But this is the next target for me. I think we'll break through 2k fairly easy. It may reject off 2k. So if you are in some long positions, look to potentially sell at 2k and then rebuy at around 1840. And then we could push it up to $2,300. I've not got as much Ethereum as I used to do. I've swapped a bit for Reef for the last couple of days. I saw that Reef were in a nice consolidation area, dropping from all-time highs, and people are flooding it left, right and centre. So I thought, why the hell not buy some more Reef? So I bought some more Reef around my 618 level on my fib. And if we come lower, if we do come down to 786 level, or even if we come down to this level, I will be buying more. There's a lot of people out there talking shit about it, but to be honest, yeah, Max, bloody hell. If you looked in my Telegram group for the last week, the amount of FUD on Reef has been ridiculous. I'm trying to bloody not listen to it, to be honest. What do you think of Aave network? I've never heard of it, mate. So let's have a look at Elrond first. Somebody's asked me to have a look at that. Then I'll have a look at I will have a look at VeChain, because I'm holding some VeChain as well. So Elrond USDT. This is a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we are doing a retracement. Look at that wick. I remember that wick when it happened. I think it was, what was that on a percentage wise? Yeah, 55% wick. That were absolutely ridiculous. And that did happen. There was a major dump. It must have been some, I've not looked into projects or what it was, but it must have been some big profit taking there. As you can see, we are on a downtrend now from those highs. So things, I mean, we are looking for a breakout above that trend, but currently we are dropping in price. So if you're looking for some potential buys, let's have a look from this level here. I mean, we're coming down to a 618 level here. We're currently on the 0.5 fib level. So if you're looking to top up on some Elrond, then this could be the area here. $135 could be a nice level to buy. Dump happened all over Sunday. I got woken up about 2 AM. Major drops everywhere. Yeah, that's what happens in crypto, doesn't it? Only thing with crypto nowadays is you get a lot of early investors which have massive bags. So if you do end up selling and dumping price, but we are still early, aren't we? So I think eventually things will start pushing up. Like I say, if you've got any projects you'd like me to cover in the comments, fire at will. Let's have a look. I'll have a look at VeChain, see how that's doing. Where's VeChain here? USDT. This was a video where I highlighted it could have presented some potential buys down there at 0.5 fib. We have popped up now. I think it's looking good. We're coming. I think we're going to test those all-time high soon. It's quite a bit of a debate really to what people believe all-time highs are on VeChain, because people remember it from then, in the old days. Remember the supply increase. I think they said it was about 90 cents or $9, something like that. But I'm keeping my all-time highs as this. I think this level here is the all-time high, so that's pretty much 60 cents. 6 cents. We will break up that soon, and then we can start looking at some of these extension levels. First major target for me is 10 cents. This is a solid project, and I think we will start pushing up there soon. I've seen a lot of people call for $1 for VeChain, but I mean, long term potentially, but the supply is absolutely massive. I think it's around 80 billion. I think there's a good chance we could hit 50 cents at some stage, but I do think that $1 is ridiculous. I mean, if we get a full blown alt season like we did in 2017, things might start to push up again. But looking for buy zones on VeChain here then. We'll just go down to this current move. This is a 4-hour time frame. We have done a bit of a bullish move now. We've started to pop up. We are retracing it a little bit, so you might be able to fill some orders down at a 618 level, which is 5 cents on my nose. Could come down and test them levels again if the market does allow so. We could pop down here and then push on and start tagging the all-time highs, and then again push up towards that 10-cent level. Let's have a look at Ravencoin. Actually, I did some price analysis on that ages ago. I'll look at Raven and we'll have a look at Ren. As you can see, last time I did some TA, we was down here. This was very stagnant. I think I called a bottom down here. I didn't think there was any chance. Yeah, that one I called the bottom down here. And I didn't think we were going to come any lower. And then boom, look at that. These are all the support levels I've had, which are now no longer valid because we have been on an absolute moonshot here. This is a 4-hour time frame, I believe. Yeah, look at that. If we look at that on my weekly, that is an absolute savage rise. Absolutely mental. We've been up to, what have we been up to? 13 cent we've been up to. But let's just have a zoom right in and have a look at some potential buys. If you have missed this pump and you are looking to potentially get in, because sometimes we do know that markets don't always go up, they do retrace at times. So we have dropped down here, we'll pop back up. So if you're looking for some new buy orders on Ravencoin, then really could target the 382 level here at 11 cent. That could be a good area for you to buy if the markets do allow. Will you upload this as a video? Yeah, all my live streams, if you check my my page straight after, they all go straight onto my YouTube. In Altseasons, does anything with good fundamentals fly? Pretty much, yeah. 2017, you could have bought a piece of dog shit that had a blockchain and it would have flew. I've seen somebody mention FNT a few times. It's not on. Let's have a look, see if it's on here. No, it's not on. I think it's on my other chatting software. I'll have a look at FNT. FNT, HDT. Is it on there? Probably against ETH actually. Oh, there you go, Falcon Project. Let's have a look at on a USDT pair. Look at that for a savage gain. Bit of news for you. I actually know the team who were on Falcon Project. I worked with them before. This is an absolutely savage candle. Let's just drop onto the 4-hour. If you're looking for some new buys on this, I mean, they don't trade in US dollars, but we'll do this on the dollar chart. And we'll look at the Ethereum chart. It is an ERC20 token. If you're looking for some potential buys, then you could potentially look at this 382 level here, which is 0.004. It's very, very low valued project. Only issue is it has 100 billion supply, but they've got a lot going on. It's workers at FNTs. It's a DeFi project. They've got a privacy chain coming out soon, so there's a lot going on in that project. So it could be some potential good, some good buys there if you're looking to buy in. So that's Ravencoin. Some potential buys on that level there. You can't be bothered with UniSwap because it's terrible to use. To be honest, UniSwap is very easy to use. The only issue is the fees are an absolute nightmare. I do think that once the Ethereum chain is used, a lot more dexes will be used more. So I know we're still getting mass amounts of volume. If you look at PancakeSwap, 1inch, UniSwap, they're all getting ridiculous amounts of volume. So I do think that eventually they will be sorted out, but Ethereum at the minute is an absolute joke. So have we got any more new all-time highs yet? We're just having a bit of retracement here. BTC is rejected off 54k. It's bringing the markets down with it as well. I've seen somebody mention Sparta. Let's get rid of all that TA, that's a bit out of date. I'm sure I did that last time. I think this is dropping because this is paired against BNB, and because BNB is going up, it's taking it out on the BNB pairs. But if we just look at in a look at it on here, you can see we're 43% up. It has been up to quite a significant amount. We've been up to $2.47 2 hours ago, so that was the all-time highs. I'm holding some. I looked at my profile earlier on, and I was like 12x up on Sparta from about. I think I threw $500-600 at it, and it were worth about $7 or $8 grand. I thought, fucking hell, that's done well. One of the lads in my Telegram group told me about that. He also told me about buying cake, but I didn't buy it just for principle of it being called cake. When I prefer to look at solid projects. It probably is a solid project, but I don't know. Marcin, I've just covered FNT. Can I have a look at Algo? I'll cover it for you, Stevie boy. Algorand USDT. Where is it? There she is. Again, there's so many projects look like this. We did hit some highs. We did a big base replacement, and now we're popping up and hitting some new highs and retracing. Really, we need to have a look at some fresh buys, don't we? As you can see, we're probably at the 382 or the 0.5 level. We'll take this level from top to bottom. We've even done a 61% retracement really from the lower move. So I think if you're looking for some buys, you could again target some levels down here at a 618 level. If you're looking to accumulate some more, are we forming any type of potential pattern here that could see us break into the upside? Potentially there is one there. You could say that is a potential breakout looming on there, but it depends. You might get some orders filled down here at this level, and then we could pop up. And I mean, you got to look at some extensions. If I put the fib back on a 4 hour, you got to really look at the fib extensions. I mean, the first major target is breaking through $2. You probably get a few people selling at $1.99 and fucking the price up, but you got to really look at $2 and then $2.41. I think that's the all-time highs there. Is it 345? Yeah, that's the all-time highs there. So still got a bit of room to make up on the all-time highs. So just buy and hold, in my opinion. Same with any altcoins. If you're looking at alts now and you're thinking, what do I do? What do I buy? When do I buy it? Just buy in and hold, and you will be rewarded in the long term. NFTs, not FNT. Alright. I can't really look at any NFTs, to be honest, unless NFTs have got any price backs behind them, unless you're talking about Engine or something like that. So Engine itself is not an FNT, but it holds. You can build NFTs on the project. I've made a few NFTs on them. They're called something different on there. They're called collectibles. The ERC1155 assets. I quite like Engine. It's got a good platform. It's good for blockchain gaming if people want to. Marcin, I've already checked FNT out. I did it about 5 minutes ago. Engine's got so much going on for it. I used to trade Engine quite a bit. If we just take a look at Engine now, it's a very, very wiki project. Where's it gone? As you can see, you get a lot of wicks on this and you can easily trade it. I'm taking my all-time high line, so that's up at 66 cents was the all-time high. If you're looking for some fresh buys, though, I mean, we've probably done the big retracement here. We popped down and we're going back up. So I mean, you got to zoom in and have a look at the lower times and the lower moves. And I mean, we've done a 50% retracement. We've done a 61% retracement. So that could be the buy orders taken already. So you might not come back down. But if you're looking for potential buys, I'd look at 54 cents, to be honest. You think I've missed it, but I've done. Yeah, I've already done Reef, mate. But like I was just saying before, ignore all the FUD. It's a good project. I'm looking for a breakout here on the 4-hour time frame. I think things are looking good. We've got a lot of partnerships. The CEO seems to know what he's talking about. whenever these projects are getting flooded, you would expect a massive sell-off. But this has not had a massive sell-off. It's hit those all-time highs. It's doing a nice steady retracement. So to be honest, I think it's just a case of buy and wait for a breakout, because it will break out at some stage. But I would have saying as well, you could buy in at the 78% retracement level, which is 3.5%. Yeah, I've seen a few people mention GRT. I'm also holding GRT. So I'll have a look how much I'm holding actually. Just look at my portfolio. Quick refresh. I'm holding, not too bad, 1,544 GRT, about $3,000. It's done alright for me, to be honest. I'm about 250% up overall, so that's not too bad. But yeah, so let's have a look at graph. Let's have a look at some price analysis. My first target is up at $3. A lot of projects, if you've been watching the stream for the last few minutes, a lot of projects look like this. We have done a good move. We've done a retracement. We do know that Bitcoin is creating new all-time highs, so that inevitably takes it out on my altcoins. But that's nothing to worry about. It does just give you new entry points to look at. If you're looking for some potential buys on Reef, GRT, you could potentially target 618 level here. We have hit those highs at $2.35. We are starting to retrace, so potentially you could fill some orders at $2. We have been down there quite a few times. If you're looking around this area, all these wicks within and around this area, it looks like a nice liquidity area, so you could potentially get some orders filled at that level. Then my first target is breaking $3. I just want to have a look at the supply actually, unless somebody can tell me. What's GRT? 10 billion, but we only got 12% in supply, so 1.2 billion in supply. That could absolutely fly at some stage. So yeah, so buy zone's there at $2. I think $2 could be a nice level to buy in. Which time frame do you like to do your charting on? Mostly, I usually look at setting support and resistance levels upon the weekly and daily levels, but I prefer to do most daily analysis on a 4-hour time frame. Yes, Steve, you bought more Reef today. I've bought some more as well, mate. Probably bought more than I should need, really, to be honest. I'm from Wakey, where are you from? Well, I'm from Pontefract, mate, so close to you. Not living there anymore, unfortunately. So someone's mentioned XRP. What's happening with that? It's up 4%. I was looking for a breakdown of that. We did break down out of that uptrend, and we filled some orders at the 618 level. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest. I don't follow XRP, to be honest. There's that much shit that comes with it. What I do like is I do like the network. I want to show you, if you've not seen it before, the capabilities of XRP network is absolutely insane. If we just have a look at the Ripple website, I'm not sure if anybody knows this. Quite a cool website. Just want to talk about the speeds and the capabilities. So Bitcoin transaction settlement time up to 60 minutes. XRP 0.07 minutes. That's 4 seconds it handles transactions in. And then scalability. You always hear people talking about scalability in crypto, and that means how many transactions it can handle. BTC can handle 3 to 6 transactions per second. If you look at a source here, XRP has managed to test up to 65,000 transactions per second. So it does make it the most superior network out there, but it's just all the FUD and the XRP army that comes along with it that puts me off, to be honest. I don't hold any. And I prefer other projects. I prefer projects like Zilliqa, Polkadot. I've not done the price analysis of Polkadot actually. I'll have a look at that in a minute. There always is there, mate. I mean, you're talking about FUD in Belgium and just in general. There's always FUD in crypto, and it's not just crypto. It's financial sectors. I used to trade gas and oil stocks, and people are always out for themselves, trying to short things, spreading fake news to try and get in cheaper, and it works a lot of the time, and it's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Any chance you could look at Aave? Let's have a look if I've got Aave on here. There we go. So I did some last analysis on Aave on my last price analysis video, and these would have been my two areas to buy. I must have done a fib from the move here to the top of the move, and look at that. These orders are filling very nicely. If you are still looking, this is still valid here, this TA. So this is about 6 days old, this TA. So I mean, Fibonacci's and the 618 level are king. If you are quite new to crypto, or even if you're not massively into trading, I do recommend that you learn how to use a Fibonacci, because I put that fib on 10th of Feb when we're at, what date are we on today? I put that fib on 9 days ago now, and I said look at potential buy zones down here, and look at that, a little bit of patience, 9 days later we've hit that buy level. So you could have bought it 570, or you could have waited and bought 397. So them levels have hit nicely. So really, you could, I mean, it looks like we've rolled over. We rejected off at 382 level. So if you're looking for some mild buys, I would still target some buys at 397. Around $400 could be a nice buy. And then you've got to look at these Fibonacci extensions. We've got 663 and then 767. Could be some nice areas to target going forward. I didn't actually watch that AMA with Reef. Like I say, it was very positive, and the new partners. Weekends have gone. I did a few posts on my Twitter to try and lure a few fudsters in, but they didn't take the bait, unfortunately. So I think I've got on here somewhere. It's my let's have a look. Oh, I hit 10,000 subscribers as well the other day, which was quite nice. Thanks everybody who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, smash that button. Also, make sure you smash that like button if you are new to this this stream. I live down Bristol now. Yeah, it's alright to go back. Get you into big fellas, mate. Yeah, put a tweet out here. Nobody took the bait. Bought some more Reef, FUD me. I got none of it. Somebody mentioned about the current circulation supply, but I didn't get any FUD, which were quite surprising, really. Buy the FUD. That is what I would suggest people do. If people are FUDing a project which you know is good, then just buy it. Right. What other price analysis shall we look at? I've seen Vida's mentioned Matic quite a lot of times, so let's have a look at Matic. Samson, where's Matic? As you can see, bullish pendants don't always play out, because this one pretty much consolidated and went all the way through it, so that didn't play out. I presume that's the all-time highs. I've already got marked up at around 14.6 cents. Let's have a look at some potential buys here on Matic. Actually, Matic's changed to Polygon, hasn't it? I'm not sure which chart is used. I don't know if it's Polygon or this, but I'll tell you what, this has still got a daily candle, so we'll use this chart for now. Binance don't seem to change the name sometimes. Well, with Voyager, they've had BQX on that ticker for fucking years and never changed it. But if you're looking for some buys on Matic, which is now Polygon, then depending how the market swings, I know Bitcoin's rejecting a bit off its all-time highs, which it's just set. So you could potentially look at this level down here. I'm not too sure if the tokenomics are the same, to be honest, with Matic to Polygon. So I can't really give any further price analysis on that, to be honest, mate. Alright, let's have a look at Polkadot. Polkadot again, look at that. Every time I come onto a video, I have to move this line up. Polkadot's creating new all-time highs. One regret I have with Polkadot is I never bought as much as I wanted to buy. I remember somebody told me last year about Polkadot early on, maybe even 2019, and I just dismissed it straight away because of the name. I never looked into it, but I wish I did, because the CEO Gavin Wood is literally lives 10 miles up the road from me, and he seems a down-to-earth bloke. He knows what he's doing. He created Ethereum, so I'm massively bullish on Polkadot. And there's so many projects that have been built on Polkadot as well. We've got parachains coming out this year. There's only 100 spots for them. So things are going to start to get tasty. The ecosystem is going to keep growing and growing. I think things are going to start getting good for Polkadot. We're looking at this prices now and thinking, right, shall I look to buying down here? Shall I look down here? I do believe that we are in the beginning of a major alt season. So just market buy and hold and watch the price go up, because I mean, initially you might lose a bit of cash, but as long as you don't sell, you're going to be good. Let's just have a quick take a look at Bitcoin dominance. I'll show you this on my weekly time frame. I've had this set up for a while. You zoom out a bit because it looks a mess. I'm not sure if you're new to this channel, then you will have not seen this before, but this was the altcoin season of 2017. We was up at 71% there. And then over the course of a few weeks, we dropped down to 35%. Then we had a couple of alt seasons in between them, but I think we're lining up for a bigger alt season, to be honest. Looking at the current percentage, we're 61%. We need to look to target this area down here. Once Bitcoin eventually has done its thing and starts dropping, we need Ethereum to lead a charge and then start pulling alts with it. But we need to look at this level here. If we do lose 57% support for Bitcoin dominance, then altcoins are going to absolutely fly. Let's crack on. Could you do some TA on UniSwap? So I'll just finish up with this. So that's the dominance. We want to, yeah, I'll do UniSwap in a second. So we want to lose dominance here. With that, we need total 2 to start pushing up. As you can see, total 2 is, I think that total 2 will hit at least $2 trillion on this next alt season. So that's talking like 2,000 billion. Currently at 630 billion. I think we are at the start of a major alt season. What's going to run it though is Ethereum BTC. This is what we need to happen. We need Ethereum BTC to break out and start creating new highs against the BTC pair. Once that happens, altcoins will be absolutely flying. So let's have a look at UniSwap. USDT. There she is. I actually got the free airdrop of UniSwap, and I was watching it the day it got listed on Binance. On this candle, I was watching it. Let's just go into a daily. And I saw it go all the way up to $8. No, ignore that wick. It went up to $8 that wick there. And I thought, right, is this going to be a bit of a fad? Is it going to disappear? And I put some sell orders at $6. I think I made about $3.5 grand. And then it came down. I saw it going down to $1, and I thought, right, that project's dead. Bang. It's absolutely flying. That is absolutely mental. First target's been smashed on that. I do like Uniswap, but what I don't like is the fact that it comes along with the Ethereum fees, which are an absolute joke at the minute. The Ethereum, I would be using Uniswap daily if the fees was good, but currently I'm having to use Binance. Fees aren't too bad on Binance, but everything's tracked on Binance, isn't it? Whereas if you use Uniswap, you've just got your MetaMask wallet or whatever your wallet connected to it, and that's it. And nobody knows that, so it is quite private and decentralized in that way. But looking at this level here, to me, that looks like quite a good level there to potentially place some buy orders. You can see we wicked down into area a few times on $16, but let's just put the fib on. That was a move there. As you can see, it's a 618 level. Marries very nicely with those wicks. So if you're looking to buy some uni, then you could potentially, depends where you're looking. We every time we hit $20, we're popping back up around here. So you could potentially buy some at $17 if the market does allow. But you've also got this level here at 1844, which could be a nice potential area to potentially place some orders. Does anyone have any just general crypto questions rather than price analysis? If I remember chatting, I'll try and get to them. Binance has completely died. In what way? As in now, or just in general? Is BTC due a cooling off period before an Altseason? I mean, you would expect so, mate. I would expect so, but it just depends where it takes us. I mean, I think we can hit 61k soon, but I mean, we're only 100%. I mean, that's mental. I think we are going to reject at some point, but I can't see us having a major. I mean, we could do something like this. We could, what did we do back then? 30% rejection there, so I think we could look at a 20-30% rejection again. We do know that some of the big players will take profit off the table at some stage. Rumour has Binance has manipulated F fees to push PancakeSwap and BNB. It's probably just FUD, mate. Whatever it is, it'll just be a load of shite. Even if we have, it's not going to take any impact, to be honest. I've already checked Reef out, mate. Where's Reef? I'll just show you a chart. I'm looking for a breakout on Reef. I think things are going to start looking tasty still. When could we expect ETH gas fees to go down? Really, when Ethereum 2.0 is fully implemented. If you're quite into tech, then have a look at something on the Ethereum 2.0. It's a proposal called EIP 1559, I think it is. Let's just have a look for it. That's a proposal to turn ETH into a deflationary model. So once the gas fees are used, then they will be burnt. Let's have a look. Let's see if it tells you information about it. So EIP 1559 is a final component to Ethereum's economic system. It solves the UX surrounding gas management, but also has so much more. It was submitted by a bloke called Eric Corner. He recommended reading the short article, blah, blah, blah. So it burns majority of the ETH fees and the transaction fee. This change to Ethereum's gas management has significant implications to the monetary system. It does tell you further information about it. It provides a deflationary mechanism to ETH's supply, which is very, very bullish. I mean, imagine ETH turning into a deflationary asset. I mean, that will be massive for it long term. And also it does benefit other ETH holders by rather than exclusively benefiting validators. So I'll drop that link in the chat if you want to read about EIP 1559. That should sort the gas fees out as well. Loads of questions. Let me just catch up on a few. If you're just popping into this chat, make sure you smash that like button. We'll get a few more people in the chat. And make sure you're subscribed if you have not already. What is your take on Dogecoin? I feel it's a shitty coin being pushed by celebs online. It always has been. It's always been pushed by, they call it the TikTok coin, don't they? It's just, but if there's nothing about it other than it's a meme, it is one of the most decentralized assets out there, because the bloke who designed it, he did a chain of Litecoin, a fork of Litecoin, and just pushed it out. He didn't take any fees for himself. So there's one issue with it, that around 27% of the entire supply is held by somebody. So it could be an early investor or an early miner. But I think I've got Doge on here somewhere. Personally, I wouldn't invest in it. not a fan of it, but I like the fact that it is decentralized. This happens a lot. Every alt season, it usually is the alt season trigger when to potentially buy it. But personally, I wouldn't recommend anybody buy Doge. When do you think this bull run will finish? I mean, we had a 3-year bear cycle, so what's to say we're not going to have a 3-year bull cycle? The bull cycle started around the 11th of March. So if you go back to, where's March? So there, the 9th of March it was. Bitcoin had that dump, it dropped down to 3,700, and ever since then, everything's been flying. There's been no pullbacks. We've been on the way. I mean, we have done a few 30% pullbacks, but nothing major. I do think we could have a 3-year bull run, to be honest. I think things could be just at the beginning. So hold on to your altcoins. Watch the Bitcoin market dominance chart, and things can start to look good. Target for RSR. RSR, another solid project. I've not done any targets for this really. So this is a setup I've got. The first major target for me is 10 cent. I think 10 cent will happen at some stage. What's the best altcoin to hold? I mean, there's so many out there, Lionel. Your best stuff just doing some research and have a look at what you like fundamentally. Personally, I hold all these here, all the way down to the blue down at Reef. So I hold BTC, Ethereum, Zilliqa, VeChain, Polkadot, Plutus. If you're looking for a low cap, look at Plutus, or Pluton it's called. It's only about $4 or $5 million market cap. One of my favourite projects is this, which is the most volatile asset on earth at the minute. It's only valued at about $3 million. But this project here, I'll just show you. So this project targets the event industry. It's like it's a decentralized ecosystem for performers. It also has a B2B place where you can buy tickets. But this project is solid. Got a great team in place. Not listed on the best exchanges. I mean, you can get on UniSwap, but they've got quite. I think the team's got around 500k of liquidity in there. Bitforex is okay to buy on, but it's not the best. They've got bots trading. But yeah, this is a solid project. If you're looking for a low cap, then have a look at this here. If you just look at the stats, maximum supply 17 million, 14 million rows in circulation. It will be moving to the Hydra chain towards the back end of this year. Not being the best for them currently because it's been the COVID situation has pretty much fucked over events. Any other questions? Drop them in the chat and I'll try to get to them. Can you please tell me if 1inch is a good alt to invest in? I've never looked at 1inch, to be honest, mate, so I couldn't really tell you. The rise of a decentralized exchanges, so we've got UniSwap, 1inch, PancakeSwap. They're all doing very, very well and getting massive amounts of volume, so that translates into the price of the token going up as well. So it could be a good buy, to be honest. I think I've got a 1inch chart on here potentially. So a quick look at it, so you can give you a bit of an entry point. 1inch USDT. Yeah, I mean, we've hit them highs. We are starting to consolidate within this area around $4 to $5. Let's just drop into 1 hour. You can't even analyse that really. I mean, if I were looking to buy, I'd just buy anything at these levels, to be honest. We've done a very significant run. If you look on the daily time frame, look at that full move. It's been from them lows up to the highs, 730, 740%. So it's been doing good. So just potentially, I'd buy in at these levels. I can't see us dropping any further down than these wicks. Everyone is buying them at 440, 450, so that could be a good level to potentially buy there if you're looking to buy some. 25% in my bag is in BTC. I hold 0 BTC at the minute. I've sold all my BTC into altcoins. I'm just holding altcoins now and waiting for some big price rises. Even though I've had some already, if I just look at my portfolio now, I'm just going to read you through some of the percentage gains on my altcoins. So Zilliqa, 600%. Polkadot, 600% there. VeChain, 400%. Sparta Protocol, 11,000%. These are all just from buying low on spot trades. Ethereum, 400% up. Centivate, I'm quite a lot up on that. Utrust, 300% up. All these are just from buying low and watching the market and just holding on. If you do a fib and the coin has retraced, what do you start the fib again at the lowest point? If you're looking for entry points, you always start off from the bottom of a move to the top of a move. So let's go to Bitcoin, for example. Let's go into the 4 hour. So as you can see, let's zoom right in. Usually you do it at the start of a move, so you can see that is the start of a move there, and then that was the top, then we retrace to there. So this really now is the start of the next move. So if you put a fib on from the bottom of a move here up to the top, and you're looking for entry points, then you could target, I always target the 618 level for buys, or the 382. I have a 0.5 level there, because sometimes it hit, but it is always more likely that you potentially get buy orders at these levels. So they could be nice level. So you could look at buying some BTC. If you're looking at buying BTC, if you're just stacking it up, then look at potentially buy that 52k and 53k. Do you hold Verge? No, I don't hold Verge, mate. Reef sell price I bought at 72 satoshis. Has Reef got a BTC pair? Yeah, let's have a look. Currently, a lot of the altcoins in BTC pairs are getting dry bummed due to the amount that BTC is rising. I mean, BTC is creating all new time highs, and that inevitably takes it out on the altcoins. So, I mean, we're pretty much close to doing a 100% retracement here. We are going to pop up though at some stage, so do not sell if you are in a loss. I mean, I've got my first target of 200 satoshis. I think that could be a nice level to target in BTC pair. But we just need to monitor price and see where we get. We have been up to, ignore that first wick. I've been up to 158 satoshis, so I do believe that will happen again. But we just need to monitor price and see what potentially goes on. If you have 1k, what would you buy at the moment? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it depends if you're looking for a nice solid bit of growth. And you could look at Polkadot, RSR, or Zilliqa. But if you're looking for some quick, higher gains, then you could look at the lower caps like Centivate, Sparta, GRT, and Reef. They could be some good potential projects if you're looking for some bigger gains to get. I'll have a couple more questions and I'll call the stream a day. BNB is absolutely flying. Just got a notification. UBT. What's UBT? Oh, Unibright. I remember talking about Unibright ages ago. I'm actually looking at Unibright when it was like sub 1 penny. A long time ago, but it's been doing very, very well. German company, I believe. It's been doing very well recently. I presume $1.80 is all-time highs. So let's look at some entries. So we have done a 31% retracement, but we've popped back up, so you could target some buys there again at 141. Could also potentially target some buys down at $1.15 if you're looking to top up there. How you doing, Mike? You alright, mate? Do you recommend IOTA? I've never actually looked into it, mate, to be honest, so I can't recommend it. SafePal. What ticker is that? SFP. SafePal USDT. Well, that's just a fairly recently listed that on Binance, isn't it? I can't really do an AT on that, to be honest, mate. I mean, you got to look at round numbers here if you where we've bottomed out. Let's just have a look at this level here. That looks like a pretty significant level there at $2.50. We've bounced off that probably 5 times. We've not gone any lower on that level there. So, I mean, if you're looking for some buy zones, you could potentially place some orders there at $2.50 on the nose, and it could bounce up there. I mean, like I say, we have retested it a few times, so it could come back down. I can't really give any price targets on that, to be honest, mate, because I don't know a project. Are you going to stake your Reef on Binance when bond is opened? I don't think I am, mate, to be honest. I'm just looking for asset appreciation. I'm just going to, like I said about earlier on about my portfolio, I'm just going to buy low, sell high. I was staking Zilliqa at one point, but I know you do get good returns over a year, but you're locked in for periods, and I don't like my crypto being locked up. I like to access it all the time. It is good for passive income. What I will be doing at some stage once the bull market is over, I will be putting a lot of Ethereum or USDT or USDC into some DeFi yield farming projects, but that's a way off yet. So that's I can't really do any analysis on SFP, mate, because I've not got quite the data, but potentially look at some buys at $2.50. How about ADA? I've not looked at ADA for a while, have I? ADA USD. Let's go do that TA there. Look like I'm about 2 inch, my chair shrunk down. There we go. So $1 is a major target there. I mean, we do need to push through that so we can target the all-time highs, which is up at $1.40. But we may come back down. If you can see, this is a 618 level here on the major move. So let's just put a fib on and have a look at some potential buys. I'll zoom right in. It's good how that 618 marries up with the 618 on the weekly. If we just look on the weekly time frame, put that on to identify some higher levels. Yeah, so put a fib on there. That fib is a very key level. There's some targets I've got. I've put $5 as my yearly prediction on that. I do think that will pump at some stage up to $5. But we've got to see what's going on currently and have a look at some buy zones on ADA. And I do believe that you could potentially fill some orders at this level. We've already wicked down there at 87 cents. So chances are that we could wick down there and fill some more orders at that level. But the first major target is closing a daily candle above $1. Once we do close above that, and then we will start pushing on. Gene Simmons likes ADA. A lot more famous people are starting to come into crypto now, which is good. What's your opinion about UniSwap? I have a CEO is a scammer. He scammed a Moonberg project. So UniSwap is Justin Sun's project. I don't know if he's a scammer, but I'm not his biggest fan, to be honest. I'm not going to say anything about him though, so make your mind up on that. I'm not a fan of any of the TRX projects, to be honest. Check BNB. I have checked BNB, mate. It's absolutely flying. It's doing a little bit of retracement now. This is what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I think we could come down to 618 level at $260, and then start pushing up and smashing up towards $500. I think that's going to do it for this stream anyway, guys. Thank you for all tuning in. If you are not subscribed already, then make sure that you are subscribed. Please like this video. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you next time.